Stop saying I am for everything. There's a secret formula that native speakers use when talking about themselves, and most English learners have no idea it exists.
And by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to introduce yourself without sounding awkward or repetitive. Ready?
Let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily Dialogue. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sophia. If you're new here, we help you become fluent in English through real, natural conversations.
Today's topic is super important because it's probably the first thing you'll do when you meet someone new, talking about yourself.
Right. And here's the thing. Most learners know the basics, like my name is or I am from, but they get stuck after that.
Exactly. So today, we're going to show you how native speakers really introduce themselves, share personal information, and keep the conversation flowing naturally.
We'll cover everything from talking about your background, your hobbies, your job, and even your personality.
And stick around till the end because we have a fun challenge for you that'll help you practice everything we teach today.
All right, let's dive in.
So, Sophia, let's start with the most basic thing. How do you tell someone your name?
Well, there are actually several ways. The most common one is, "Hi, I'm Sophia."
Notice she said I'm, not my name is. That's more natural in casual situations.
Right. My name is Sophia sounds a bit formal. It's not wrong, but native speakers usually save it for official situations.
Like at the doctor's office or when you're filling out paperwork.
Exactly. But with friends or in casual settings, just say I'm plus your name.
You can also say, I go by Mike, if people call you something different than your official name.
Oh, that's a good one. For example, if your name is Alexander, but everyone calls you Alex, you'd say, I go by Alex.
What about nicknames?
Great question. You can say, most people call me Soph, or my friends call me Soph.
Or even, you can call me Mike.
That's very friendly and inviting. It makes the other person feel comfortable.
Now, what if someone asks where you're from?
This is where it gets interesting because there are different ways to answer depending on what they're asking.
Right. They might want to know your hometown, your country, or where you currently live.
So you could say, I'm originally from Tokyo, but I live in London now.
The word originally is really useful here. It shows your roots.
Or you can say, I'm from Brazil, if you want to keep it simple.
And if you've moved around a lot?
You could say, I grew up in Spain, but I've lived in 3 different countries.
Or, I'm originally from India, but I've been living in Canada for 5 years.
See how we're giving context? That's what makes the conversation interesting.
All right, let's talk about jobs and studies, because this usually comes up pretty quickly when you meet someone.
Right. So the most basic way is, I'm a teacher, or I'm a student.
But we can make this more interesting and natural.
For sure. Instead of just saying, I'm a teacher, you could say, I work as a teacher, or I teach English at a high school.
That's much better because you're adding details.
And if you want to sound even more natural, you can say, I'm in marketing, or I work in finance.
Oh, that's common. Native speakers love using I'm in for their field.
Yes, it's more casual than saying your exact job title.
What if someone is a student?
You can say, I'm studying medicine, or I'm a medical student.
Or I'm in my 2nd year of university.
Perfect. And here's a pro tip. Add what you're studying. I'm studying computer science at NYU.
That keeps the conversation going because the other person might ask follow-up questions.
Exactly. Now, what if someone doesn't have a job right now?
Good question. You don't have to say, I'm unemployed, because that sounds negative.
Right. Instead, you can say, I'm currently looking for opportunities, or I'm between jobs right now.
Or if you're taking a break, I'm taking some time off to travel, or I'm focusing on personal projects at the moment.
Much better, right?
Way better. It's all about framing things positively.
And if you're self-employed or have your own business?
You can say, I run my own business, or I'm a freelance graphic designer.
Or I work for myself.
That sounds confident and natural.
Now, let's talk about hobbies, because this is where you can really show your personality.
And it's a great way to connect with people who have similar interests.
So instead of just listing hobbies like, I like reading, cooking, and sports, Let's make it more conversational.
Right. You could say, in my free time, I love reading mystery novels.
Or, I'm really into cooking. I try to experiment with new recipes every weekend.
See how we're adding details? That makes it so much more interesting.
And you can use phrases like, I'm passionate about, for things you really love.
Like, I'm passionate about photography. I've been doing it for 5 years now.
Perfect. What about things you're currently learning or trying?
Oh, you can say, I've recently gotten into yoga. Or, I started learning guitar a few months ago.
That's great because it shows you're always growing and trying new things.
What if someone asks, what do you do for fun?
You can answer naturally. I usually hang out with friends, watch movies, stuff like that.
Or, I enjoy hiking on weekends. It helps me relax.
Notice how we're connecting the activity to how it makes us feel. That's what native speakers do.
Right. It's not just I like hiking, it's I enjoy hiking because it clears my mind.
Exactly. And you can use words like enjoy, love, fond of, instead of just like all the time.
I'm fond of reading classic literature sounds more sophisticated than I like reading.
But don't overdo it. Keep it natural for your level.
What if you want to say you're not good at something, but you still enjoy it?
Oh, good question. You can say, I'm not great at singing, but I love doing it anyway.
Or, I'm still learning, but I enjoy the process.
That's humble and honest. People appreciate that.
All right, this next part is a bit tricky, describing your personality.
Yes, because you want to be honest, but not sound like you're bragging or being too negative.
So let's start with some common personality words. You might say, I'm a pretty outgoing person.
Notice the word pretty there? It softens the statement. You're not saying, I'm extremely outgoing.
Right. You can also say quite or fairly before the adjective.
Like, I'm quite shy at first, but I open up once I get to know people.
That's perfect because you're giving context. You're not just saying, I'm shy.
Exactly. Other common descriptions, I'm easygoing, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, I'm very organized.
Or, I consider myself a creative person.
Oh, I like that phrase. I consider myself. It sounds thoughtful.
You can also say, people say I'm funny, or my friends would describe me as reliable.
That's a great technique. Instead of directly saying, I'm funny, you're letting others say it.
It sounds more humble. What about negative traits?
Well, you can mention them, but frame them carefully. Like, I can be a bit impatient sometimes, but I'm working on it.
Or, I'm not the most organized person, but I'm trying to improve.
See, you acknowledge it, but show you're self-aware and growing.
You can also turn negatives into positives, like, I'm stubborn, which means I don't give up easily.
Nice spin there.
What about values or what's important to you?
Good point. You can say, I value honesty and loyalty, or family is really important to me.
Or, I believe in working hard, but also making time for relaxation.
That shows your priorities and what kind of person you are.
And if someone asks about your strengths,
You could say, I'd say my strength is problem solving, or I'm good at working with people.
just be honest and give examples if you can.
So we've covered a lot today. Let's put it all together in a natural introduction.
Good idea. Sophia, why don't you introduce yourself using everything we learned?
Sure. Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm originally from California, but I've been living in New York for the past 3 years. I work as an English teacher, which I absolutely love because I get to meet people from all over the world.
Great start.
In my free time, I'm really into reading and trying out new coffee shops around the city. I'm kind of a coffee addict. I'd say I'm a pretty friendly person, maybe a bit talkative, but my friends say I'm a good listener.
Perfect. See how natural that sounds? You're not just listing facts, you're having a conversation.
Your turn, Mike.
All right. Hey, I'm Mike. I grew up in Texas, but moved around a lot for work. Right now, I'm based in Chicago. I work in digital marketing, specifically helping small businesses grow online.
Nice.
Outside of work, I'm passionate about basketball. I play in a local league every weekend. I also recently got into cooking, mostly because I got tired of ordering takeout. Personality-wise, I'd say I'm pretty easygoing, and I like meeting new people.
Excellent. Notice how Mike added little details that make his introduction memorable?
Right, the key is to be specific but not overwhelming.
And one more tip. Ask questions too. Don't just talk about yourself the whole time.
Yes, after sharing something, you could say, "What about you?" or "Have you ever tried that?"
That keeps the conversation balanced and shows you're interested in the other person.
Remember, the goal isn't to tell your whole life story in one go.
Exactly. Share enough to be interesting, then let the conversation naturally develop.
And be yourself. Don't try to sound like someone you're not.
Authenticity is always the best approach.
Let's do a quick recap of the main points we covered today.
First, when introducing yourself, use I'm instead of my name is in casual situations.
Second, when talking about where you're from, use originally from if you've moved.
Third, for jobs, use phrases like I work as or I'm in to sound more natural.
Fourth, when sharing hobbies, add details about why you enjoy them.
Fifth, describe your personality with softeners like pretty, quite, or fairly.
And finally, keep it conversational. Don't just list facts about yourself.
Right. Think of it as a dialogue, not a monologue.
Now, here's a challenge for you.
We want you to practice what you learned today.
In the comments below, introduce yourself using the techniques we discussed.
Tell us your name, where you're from, what you do, and one hobby you enjoy.
And try to use at least one phrase we taught today, like "I'm originally from" or "I'm passionate about."
We'll read every comment and give you feedback.
This is your chance to practice in a supportive environment, so don't be shy.
And if you see someone else's introduction in the comments, reply to them. Practice having a conversation.
That's a great point. You can ask them questions like, "Oh, where in Brazil are you from?" or "What kind of books do you like?"
The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
Before we wrap up, we want to let you know that we post new videos every single day.
Yes, we have 2 main playlists you should check out.
The first one is our grammar practice playlist, where we break down grammar rules in simple, easy-to-understand ways.
And the second is our conversation practice playlist, which is what this video is part of.
In the conversation practice playlist, we teach you how to have real, natural conversations in English about everyday topics.
So, if you want to become fluent faster, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
That way, you'll get a new lesson every single day. And trust me, consistency is the key to fluency.
Think about it. If you watch just one video a day for the next 30 days, imagine how much your English will improve.
And it's not just about watching. Come back to the comments section, practice with us, and engage with other learners.
We're building a community here, and we'd love for you to be part of it.
Also, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more English learners like you.
And share this video with a friend who's also learning English. Learning together is more fun.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow with another daily dialogue.
Until then, keep practicing and keep improving. You've got this.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.